Rook takes d5 of Wesley, so Queen b4 of Praggnanandhaa in SuperBet Romania Chess Classic 2024, round number 5! Hello my fellow chessers! I'm gonna show to you, my fellow chessers, the chess game between Wesley and Praggnanandhaa in SuperBet Romania Chess Classic 2024, round number 5. So let's begin on d4, knight f6, c4, g6, g3, bishop g7, bishop g2, castles kingside, knight c3, d6, knight f3, a5, castles kingside, bishop f5. This is King's Indian defense fianchetto. Knight h4, bishop c8, b3, knight bd7, bishop a3, e5, d takes e5, knight takes e5, queen c2, knight c6, rook a d1, bishop d7, h3, rook e8, king h2, knight b4, attacking the queen on c2, at the same time attacking this a2 pawn. Queen d2, bishop c6, challenging the light square bishop of white. Bishop b2, knight a6, knight g5, attacking the knight on f6, at the same time attack the bishop on b2, attacking the knight on f6. So let's continue the game. Knight c5, queen c2, knight takes d5, c takes d5, bishop b5, attacking the pawn on e2. Rook f e1, bishop takes b2, queen takes b2, a4, knight f3, a takes b3, a takes b3, knight e4, attacking the pawn on f2. e3. What's the purpose of e3, my fellow chessers? To defend the pawn on e2, as you can see. So let's continue the game. Bishop d7, queen c2, c5, d takes c6, b takes c6, knight g4. What's the idea of knight g4? Attacking the pawn on c6. Queen e7, f3, attacking the knight on e4. Knight c5, e4, rook e b8, f4, rook b4, attacking the knight on d4. Rook e3, rook b8 or rook a b8, e5, d5, rook c3, attacking the knight on c5 because we have double, like a battery, my fellow chessers. c2 queen, rook c3, knight e6, knight takes c6, triple attack, my fellow chessers. Queen on e7, rook b8, and rook b4. So bishop takes c6, rook takes c6, rook takes b3, rook c8 check, rook takes c8, queen takes c8, king g7. Rook takes d5, mistake or blunder of Wesley. So, the best continuation on this position is rook, bishop. Bishop takes d5 to maintain the equal position, my fellow chessers. As you can see, the evaluation bar there. So, let's continue the game. Rook takes d5 blunder. As you can see, that's a decisive advantage for black, my fellow chessers. Correct my term if I'm wrong, okay? So let's continue the game. Queen B4, big blunder of Praggnanandhaa, my fellow catchers. As you can see, the evaluation bar from this into this, my fellow catchers. The best concentration on this position is Queen A7, threatening Queen E3 and Queen G1. So the computer engine is Queen C2. Queen C2 and Queen E3 to maintain a winning position, my fellow catchers. As you can see, the evaluation by there. So Rook D1, the continuation. Queen takes G3, King H1, and we have Rook E3. Rook E3. And then the continuation is Rook F1, the continuation. Knight takes F4, Queen F2. Knight takes G2, Queen takes G2, Queen takes H3, Queen takes H3 because if you do not take the Queen on H3, example, King G1, we have Rook G3, as you can see, the queenless coming. So, Queen takes H3, Rook takes H3, King G2, we have Rook E3 threatening on or attacking the pawn on E5. As you can see, the winning position for black, my fellow catchers. So, let's continue the game from the real game. So, we're back. We're back and Queen B4 blunder. As you can see, the equal position now. So, let's continue the game. Queen C1, good move of Wesley saw. Rook B2, Rook D3, Rook E2, Rook E3, Knight takes F5, F4 of Praggnanandhaa, good move. Rook takes E2. Why? Why Wesley saw didn't take the knight on F4? Because example, G takes F4, we have Queen takes F4, King H1, Rook takes E3, my fellow catchers. As you can see, the material advantage for black. Okay? So let's continue the game. Knight takes F4, Rook takes E2, Knight takes E2, Queen C1, Queen F1, Knight D4, Queen F6 check, King G1, Queen D8, King G7, Queen F6, King G8, Queen D8, King G7, Queen F6 draw. What if Praggnanandhaa go on H6 example? Queen H6, Queen F4, something like that, my fellow catchers. As you can see, the evaluation bar is maintained to draw position or equal. That's why they agree draw in this position, repeated on 3 times on Queen F6. And King G7 is standing for round number 5.